Welcome to YouTuber Online Video Lessons. My name is Joel, and today's viewer question comes from Matthew, who asks an example question following up on the Simplified Complex Rational Expressions video. His question is here: 10 over a squared minus 4 all over 6a over a plus 2 minus 4 over a minus 2. Now, if you remember from that video, the object here is to find the lowest common denominator for every single fraction we see, and then multiply every single fraction we see by that lowest common denominator. Sometimes it's not obvious. When you have variables and expressions in there, like this top one, a squared minus 4, look for patterns of factoring, and that should give you a clue to the lowest common denominator. So I see a squared minus 4 is a difference of squares, which is a plus 2 in a parenthesis, a minus 2. And wouldn't you know, down here we have an a plus 2, a plus 2, a minus 2, a minus 2, and it just so happens that that is our lowest common denominator. So, for every single fraction. So we're going to go ahead and multiply the top by the a plus 2, a minus 2, and we're going to do that for both fractions on the bottom. I'll do it over here too. A minus 2. Okay. Now we look for simplification. We already know that that is the same as that because it factors. The a plus 2 will cancel out with the a plus 2. Sorry, one of these should have been a minus sign. Okay. And then this a minus 2 cancels out with the a minus 2. Alright, let's move on out for a bit of a clean sheet of paper so you can see where we came from. After this step, we should be done with all of the denominators. That's the point of that step, is to simplify the denominators. So we're left with a 10 up there because these canceled out to 1 and 1. Over here we're left with a 6a times a minus 2. Let's make this fraction bar a little bit longer. And we're left with a minus 4 and the a plus 2. Okay. So the 10 can stay the same, and let's go ahead and do some simplification down at the bottom. Distribute the 6a. 6a times a is 6a squared, times the negative 2 is negative 12a. Keep on going across. Distribute the negative 4. Negative 4 times a is negative 4a. Negative 4 times positive 2 is negative 8. I see some like terms there, so I'm going to simplify even more. All over 6a squared does not have any like terms, but 12a and 4a can combine to negative 16a, and the 8 stays alone. I see that I could divide every single coefficient by 2 and simplify that a little bit further. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 3a squared minus 8a minus 4. Okay, and I think that is the final, most simplified answer. I tried to factor this a little bit further using the method I show in another video, how to factor a quadratic trinomial when the coefficient of a is not 1. But I run into a little problem with that negative 4. I think if it were a positive 4, I could do it. So we'll see if Matthew maybe says if I copy down the problem wrong from the textbook or something like that. But as this is, this looks like it could be factorable, but it really is not. Alright, I hope that was a helpful overview for you for simplifying a complex rational expression. Remember, all you do, find the lowest common denominator for every single fraction and multiply every single fraction by that lowest common denominator, and you should be well on your way. If you have a question, you can just comment on any one of my videos on YouTube. I read every single one. I'm not always able to respond, but I do read every one. You can send an email, joel@yourtutoronline.com. I have a Facebook and Twitter page too, but I'm really trying to get some folks on the Google Plus page because that's where I'm trying to do live tutoring hangouts, and that is their video and voice chat service over at Google Plus. So you can find me there too. I, again, hope this was helpful. Please share them with your classmates and teachers if it was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Happy studying.